Hello friends, my name is Kate. I'd love to welcome you to my new FlossTube channel, Kate Be Stitching. And this is my first FlossTube. I'd love to tell you a little bit more about myself. I'm married. My husband's name is Julio. He's the one that did all of this setup. He's a videographer. Didn't he do a great job? I have a daughter. She's 20. She's out on her own. She's getting ready to take nail school, which we're pretty excited about. My son, he's 17, and he is a junior in high school, and he's in a band. He plays guitar, and he has I think it's a 72 Dart, which is pretty exciting, which is a car. And then I'd love to tell you more, but I think I'm going to wait until the end of the video to tell you more. But you probably can tell that I love cross stitching. I love crafting. I love thrifting and going vintage, finding especially decor and sewing items. Yeah, that's a little bit about me, and I'd love to tell you a story and a little bit more about me at the end of the video. So stick around. I want to do a WIP Parade. I don't have a ton because I just started a year ago, last March. And so let's go through these and we'll see what we got. I actually organized these from Christmas to spring because I'm working on spring, and those are the ones that I really want to show you. So I'm going to start off with Christmas. And I think you'll get to know me a little bit through the WIPs. And so I think that's going to be fun. So one thing is, I love to make my own bags. I'm kind of, it's kind of expensive to buy your own bags or buy bags. And so I like to make my own bags. And I use Elizabeth Can Stitch, her tutorial. So I'll link it in the bottom of the description. And so this is one of my own bags, and I love to make zipper pulls. So hopefully you can see that. It's a little snowman on there. It's kind of cute. Anytime that you see the top material, that's what's inside. So just wanted to let you know. Very first pattern is Snowbirds by Brenda Gervais. And on this one, I like to imagine the man snowman is my husband and the girl snowman is me. Anytime that there's a man and a woman figure, it's me and my husband because we love each other so much. All right. I haven't done a ton on this one, but at least I got the border done. So, all right. And then I'm fighting a little cold. I'm at the end of a cold. So this is, I think it's 18 count. 18 count. It was a white swagard, and I just coffee dyed it. I do that a lot to save money. I don't buy a lot of fancy fabrics. I do buy a few fancy fabrics, but nothing too crazy. So you'll come to learn that I only have a few fun fabrics, but I don't think that you always have to have the best and the very, very best to get away with a beautiful stitch. Now, I did use the called for, which were, oops, I do like Fancy Floss, which were Weeks and Classic Color Works and Gentle Arts. I do like to get those when I can, but if they do give a DMC conversion, I usually go for the DMC conversion. Not always, but I do go for DMC quite a bit. On this one, I loved this pattern so much that I went for the original called for. So, all right, next one. Just so you know, I usually get the fabric from Joann's most of the time. This is just Joann's fabric. Another cute zipper bling. Just beads from Joann's or Hobby Lobby is usually where I get them. Oh yeah, this one. I haven't looked at these since Christmas. So I didn't do very much on this just because I had a late start on this one, but it's a Cardinal Biscornu from Tiny Modernist. It is so darling. I want to make it for my grandma. She loves cardinals. Isn't that darling? And then I don't have a large start. I have the squares completely stitched on both of them. And this is 18 count, just a taupe, just a plain old taupe. So not very much done. Probably shouldn't have even showed ya. So, and then it's just DMC. Nothing too exciting on that. I do use floss bags a lot, so I'm not going to be able to show you the floss rings very often. Like on this next one, I can show you the floss ring, but it's not very exciting. This next bag I got for $5. It's a Nutcracker. I got it from a Facebook Marketplace ad. I can't believe that I got it for $5. I don't want to show you the pattern, but it's a really cute little bling that I made for the zipper. So the pattern I bought online. It is Christmas Nutcrackers. It's by Vitale Mishka. I'm not sure. You could read it down below. So darling. I love Nutcrackers, so I had to, as soon as I saw it, I had to stitch it. Look. Actually, I'm going to put this on a board so you can really take a good look at it. Look how cute those Nutcrackers are. Aren't they just darling? Yeah. They were actually not too bad of stitches. They came together pretty quickly. I color complete, so I usually find all the colors in that as much as I can. If I can't count that far away, then I won't chance it because if I'm off, then I'm picking it. But yeah, they came together pretty good. I love this. I hope you do too. Another thing that I do is I roll all my my stitches. Is that normal? I don't know anybody else that rolls their patterns. I notice that everybody folds them, and it worries me to get those creases in them. So I roll them, and I think I'm weird for that. You have to see the floss bags. Look how pretty these colors are. It's just like a rainbow. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So floss bags aren't totally terrible. All right. This one, I really want to show you. I haven't done much on it, but I really want to show you. This is my bag. It's so cute. Here's the little floss bling. Super cute. It's Little Autumn Fox by the Little Stitcher. You can go to littlestitcher.blogspot.com, but you can find it on Etsy too, I believe. I think that's where I found it. I follow her on Instagram, the Little Stitcher. So darling. Isn't that little sampler cute? Is it a sampler with the letters? This is all I have done. It's like a fiddler's cloth with coffee dye. So probably not worth showing you, but I thought showing you this pattern is just too, like, I just had to. It's just too darling not to. So I just made it quick. Okay. And then, all right, I have two in here. Just a plain old bag. When Pumpkins Glow by Thy Needle and Thread. Love this one. Another one where it's me and Julio. It's so cute. So cute. I love this one. I still have the words to do and a few little things like the crows to do. But I love that I have the little banner on there. That's one of my favorite parts. Love that one. I love rolling it just because there's not like a big crease in it. There is like little creases, but they come out so easy with an iron. They just whip out really quickly. And then I have another one, Jack-O-Lantern Jubilee by Thy Needle and Thread. And I'm doing this one right here with the two cats. You can see it. Let's see if I can hold it. Yeah. I have two cats, one orange, one black calico. Oh my goodness. So stinking cute. That's my favorite one in the book. I've also done this trick or treat one. I finished it, but I haven't done a fully finish. So hopefully next fall I'll fully finish it for you guys. Fourth of July. I only have one. I've done some finishes, but this is one that I don't know why I'm showing you this, because it's Souvenirs of the Heart, Star Spangled Spectacular by Thy Needle, with Thy Needle and Thread, and I love it. I love the yellow house, darling. But I got the call for, which is 28 count mushroom and Lugano, but it says 1 strand of floss over 1 linen thread. Did you hear that? 1 linen thread. 28. Look how tiny it ended up. Like, this is my nail. And that bird, so tiny. I can't finish it. It's just too tiny. Look. tiny, tiny. So maybe I'll try it one more time working on it around 4th of July, but if not, I'm giving it to my friend. This is one I didn't fold, or I didn't roll. I folded. That's kind of crazy. And I did use the called for. And I have it on a floss ring, which I did try for a while. I do have some on floss rings, but after so many times of trying it, I just went to the floss bags. So about Christmas on, I am all floss bags completely. So I played around with floss bags and floss drops there between March and Christmas. And then I'm just like, nope, I'm just floss bags all the way. This is just a mesh bag. This is a bag from my bestie. She gave it to me as a gift. Isn't it darling? Cute little bee charm on there. So cute. She is really generous, and you will probably hear lots about her, and I'm hoping that she'll come on and make an appearance. That's what my hope is. Her name's Kristen. She is a fantastic cross stitcher. She doesn't cross stitch enough to do a floss tube, but she cross stitches enough to come in, visit, and show some cross stitches. And you guys will love her. She's the kindest person I know. The most generous heart. So, and you'll see that by how many bags she's given me. Anyways, this one is the Monthly Minis by Primrose Cottage. Love Primrose Cottage. You'll see that I love Primrose Cottage and Brenda Gervais. Those are two that I really like. Last year I did quite a few of these, but gave them out as gifts. I do have one right over here by that green planter. It's just May. Did one for myself. And then this one's from Kristen too. Isn't that darling? The only two I have July. All I need is to put some white in there and it will be finished. This is just some, I don't know what this is, but it's 14 count. So it's bigger. And then this looks like it's just some fiddler's cloth right here. 14 count. But I changed the white and added some rainbow, like glittery floss, and which was really fun, to all the snow. And it's from my mom, and she really liked it. You can't see it, it doesn't show up as well, but she liked it, and so I'm going to continue going for it. And so I just need to finish that up. So cute. And I'm going to do a lot more of these this year. The end of the year 6, I'm going to do those. And I use all different kinds of counts on these. This is another bag from Kristen. Darling little zipper pull, but she quilted this. Isn't that cute? Is that what it's called? Quilt blocked it? Yeah. So it's so cute. There's 2 in this one. I like to keep my bee type charts in here. I love bees. My kitchen's done in bees. Everyone knows that I like bee stuff. Not gaudy bees, but like a rustic kind of bee things. I have, first off, Hive Rules. Love that one. And let's see. Hopefully we can just do it like this. My favorite words are mind your own beeswax. That's my favorite. I just got that done. Well, it's not completely done, but so cute. And then the next one, I love this one. It is Honeybee Basket by Primrose Cottage also. Isn't that just darling? Love the bee on the basket. I messed up a little bit on the bee. I fudged it a little. It's a little longer. But who's looking? No one's looking. It's fine. I don't mind. No one will be the wiser except for you guys. So, love that one. The fabric on this one, oh, the fabric for this one is just white Zweigard. This one is a fabric flare, Berkshire Hive. It is a 28 count, so I am doing 2/2, which is not my favorite. I don't like it, but I'm doing it. And that's okay. It's only one time. It was worth it to do this fabric. I love this fabric with the little hexagons all over it. So that fabric flare gets me. It is super pretty. Call Cindy at that Stitchery Express or get on Facebook and take a look at some of that fabric flare for Stitchery Express, and you'll be hooked. There's beautiful, beautiful printed fabric. All right, they're local to us. Actually, Shepherd's Bush and Stitchery Express are local to us, so we're pretty blessed. I live in Utah. So here's another one that Kristen did. We did these little, but then we did these by together, which was really fun. All right. Oh, this one's a fun one. It's Keeper of the Pins with a needle and thread. And it has all the tomatoes. So cute. I love this one, although I haven't done them. The only one I've done is, I'm working on this one. I know, so sad. But I did something different. I did, I have some thread. I did a yellow tomato. Isn't that funny? So I have a big yellow felted tomato upstairs where I work on all my cross stitch, and I just love it. So I put one on my stack of tomatoes, and I just love it. So I still need to finish it, but that's okay. I love it. I have this one. This fabric is actually Fabric Flare Nut. It's called Nut. And I have quite a few things done in Nut. So I got a big piece of that once, and I used it for all sorts of stuff. Alrighty, probably some fall stuff that I just cut up and put in some other stuff. This one, this one's a fun one that I'm excited to show you. Oh, see, I did the called for this one. And Matter in Hand, Jeanette Douglas Designs. I'm sorry I'm not telling you if I did the called for or not. I need to get used to this whole FlossTube thing, huh? I'll get better at it. Sorry about that. But I did do the called for this one. Actually, I did mostly the called for this. I'll tell you the ones that I didn't do the called for. So I did Matter in Hand by Jeanette Douglas. This is the pattern. Now, the reason why I'm doing this one is because I'm going to stitch west for spring and fall, and this is the stitch along for the fall for Stitch West. Here in, well, Stitch West in the fall is in Salt Lake. The one in the spring is here in Ogden, which isn't very far from where I live. So that's kind of exciting. And let me put this one on here. All right, so the tomato, I did a little bit brighter red, and then this needle, I did a little bit greener blue, so it's the same as the snowflake, and I think that's it. I changed the yellow I did for the outside, but it was a called for yellow. So, but, whoop, there we go. Hopefully you can see it okay with the light. And I'm almost done with the whole border, just a little bit left. I'm not quite caught up with the SAL, but I'm almost there. I still need to do the letters, and then I'll be caught up through February once I finish the letters. And then I'll be caught up. So, pretty close. Which will be good. Again, I'm still rolling. Will you guys tell me if that's a thing? Do you guys do that? Or am I just an oddball, odd man out, you know? I would love to know. This one's really pretty. It is just little houses with some pink zipper. I don't have a zipper pull, but kind of fun. I think we have just a few left. And then this is Shepherd's Bush Queen Bee bag. I love these bags. I've always wanted to do one. I decided not to do the green teal bag. I decided to do mine on yellow. Kind of fun. It doesn't stand out quite as much, but I love it. One of my favorite colors is yellow. Yellow and kind of an olive green is my favorite colors, but I'm really loving yellow right now. So, really loving that. Again, I'm in love with those bees. All right, this is a new bag. This one's really cute with the campers and the blue flowers. Isn't that just pretty? This is a zipper pull. Me and Kristen found Kristen found a tutorial off of a Lori Holt video. I can link it down below. And it is from her daughter, and it's kind of like a boondoggle, but with yarn. Very easy, very cute. You can just have it hang right on your bags. Super cute, huh? Alrighty. It'd be good if I got the stitch out, not just throw it down. All right, love this one. So cute. It is WIP Parade by Brenda Gervais. Love Brenda. She's one of my favorites. So instead of doing this brown fabric, I went with a pink slushy from Fabric Flair. And I did do all the called for. Let me make sure I did all the called for. All the called for, except instead of the tufted yellow, I went with a queen bee. I just wanted a little bit brighter. And that's all I have done so far. I wanted to get in one of those little chicks. I do start from the center most of the time. I'm a center starter because I usually cut my fabric to what is the word? I cut it to size. And so I am usually a center starter. Sorry if there's dog hair on there. I have a couple. I have a dog. A dog and 2 cats. He's a collie, Australian Shepherd mix. Anyways, I really like this with the strawberries hanging out of the egg. Super cute. But I really like this Fabric Flair, this pink slushy. Super cute. All right. This is another bag that I made. We don't have any zipper pulls. Kristen and I are the ones that we make them together. We always get enough fabric for the both of us. So that's why I said we. But anyways, isn't this cute with the little chickens? So cute with the little flowers on the back. This, I have a lot in here because I have the finishing piece to go on it too. So it is, I'm gonna have to get really close. This is Country Cottage Needlework, the March Mini Village. I hope you're gonna be able to see that. Maybe Julio can get really close. So I did, this is actually a finish. I totally forgot. I don't have it here, but I'll go up and get it real quick. But this piece, it goes on. It's like a little white house, and in the middle, the piece goes on, the house, the finished cross stitch goes on, and these little houses are painted white. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it is from Paisleys and Polka Dots. So the Stitchery Express actually carries them in their store, and they're one of the only stores that carries them. I think they are the only like storefront that carries them, and then you can only get them online. So if you live in Utah and you want to get some Paisleys and Polka Dots, make sure you go in there. Yeah, it's like just like a walking advertisement today. I'm sorry. I don't even work there. All right, I went and got it. This is my March finish. You can tell that there's some cardboard already behind it. All right, let's see if I can put something behind it. Oh, there, that's better. It is, the fabric is Fabric Flair. I think it might be not, I don't know what it is. It's 18 count. I don't know. I just know that it's Fabric Flair. So sorry. But there you go. Kind of fun. All right. Which one is this? Oh. Mesh bag. I need a couple more bags. We have an Easter one hopefully coming soon. Oh. Seasons of the Heart, Spring to Summer with Thy Needle and Thread. Let's see. There you go. And then there's also fall and Christmas or winter. All right. But I'm doing the spring one. A lot of people are doing the spring one right now, or have done it. And I'm doing this on, with all the called for, which I have a lot of called for. I'm doing this on 18 Rustico Ada, and it's just a Zweigart, and I just got it at Hobby Lobby forever ago, like when I first bought the book, which was probably right after I started cross stitching, so like April, May time, and I don't even know if they carry it anymore, honestly, but this is what it was. And all I did was open it up, cut it in half, and it was the perfect size. This is the size. So this is there we go. So all I have left is the pink that's in the roses, the lighter shade pink, and then the lighter shade pink roses. And that's all I have left. Oh, and in the windows. I have the windows left to do. But other than that, I'm almost done, which I should have a finish maybe next time I come on. Wouldn't that be exciting? I forgot the pattern for this one, so I'm going to have Julio just put it up above on the screen right here. But it is The Rose and the Rabbit by Thy Needle and Thread, or Brenda Gervais. I'm guessing both, one or the other. And this is what I have. I just started this a few days ago, and I've been hooked doing this one every day for the last few days. I just absolutely love it. It reminds me of my grandmother. Here in my craft room, I have a section just devoted to my grandmother. It has paintings on the wall that she did of roses. Oh, I just love it. All these little buds. Oh, so there's another rose right here and another rose right here, and I'm going to save it. So, and there's a basket right here that's tedious, and I said I'm going to do at least 1 to 2 threads every day, if not more, but 1 every day, and then do the other flowers and such around it. Oh, so cute. This is my favorite piece right now that I'm working on, and then this, so beautiful. Thank you for allowing me to put away all my projects so I don't have a huge mess. Oh, this was 18 count platinum Zweigart. That's, I almost forgot. And all the called for. And yep. The last one was, I already said all the called for. Yep. Perfect. Okay, that's it on that. Now plans, I just have plans on finishing those last 2. Maybe I can have those done by next time. I'm hoping to do another FlossTube maybe in 2 weeks. I know that's ambitious, but that's my hope. And I think I can do it. So we'll hope for 2 weeks. I'll leave that tutorial for the bags, and I'll leave the tutorials that I mentioned down below. The last thing I wanted to kind of talk to you about is, why do I FlossTube? Now, I wrote a few notes down, so I might look down a little bit, but for the most part, I just want to talk to you. But I want to tell you why I decided to do this FlossTube. And I mentioned earlier that I started this FlossTube 1 year ago, and it was exactly 1 year ago last March. And it's kind of funny, my bestie Kristen is the one that, who you're going to hear lots about, took me to one of our local needle shops. I can't remember if it was Stitchery Express or Shepherd's Bush or both. And like I mentioned before, I live in Utah, and I only live about 15 to 20 minutes away from both of them. And I know, I'm one lucky person. Anyways, I fell in love right away, especially with like all of the bee charts. And so I kitted one up right away. I think it was a Erin Elizabeth one. Yeah, it was an Erin Elizabeth one. And I think it was Stitchery Express, because I think Brooke that works there, she took me aside and kind of showed me a few like stitching in hand, because I stitch in hand, and she taught me a few stitches right there. And I stitched a little bit growing up, here and there, and I've done the charts that have the printed X's on them, but I've never done like the charts that I'm doing now and that you ladies do. I've never done a full coverage chart. I love to do these little charts, and I'm not there yet to do like a sampler or a big, like these big massive charts. I'm not going to do a full coverage. I love to do these little Brenda Gervais little, you know, the rose and the rabbit. I like those. They make me happy. I get joy from a finish that didn't take very long. And I put it in my home, and it makes me happy. Anyways, I definitely needed a refresher. And so the ladies there and Kristen were huge help. Like, they were so good to help me. Anyways, when I got home, I remember thinking, this is going to be such a great hobby for my brain. And you're thinking, this is going to, well, I mean, I guess it's not totally crazy to think this is going to be a great hobby for your brain, especially when you're older, but in January of that of last year. So that January, I started getting crazy weird migraines. So painful. And in the beginning of February, I went and got an MRI, and I learned that I had a subdermal hematoma. And that's pretty much just a brain bleed. But I got it from just bonking my head, like barely, from bonking my head in my husband's truck. And it was crazy. You can get them from just bonking your head. And I was immediately admitted to the hospital. And the next day I went into surgery. And after like 4 days in the hospital, I went home. And I called a couple friends. And I'm like, will you come and cut off all my hair? They shaved my head like right here, all the way back. And I cried and cried because I have a complex with my hair. Anyways, so I had just really short hair up here and it looked cute. Like I made the best of it, but I was so sad. But anyways, back to why I was thinking this would be a wonderful hobby for my brain. Well, recently I was reflecting back on the post, the past year, the previous year to my brain bleed, and how much cross-stitching would have helped me and how much I wish I would have started doing it sooner. Like recently, because of how much joy it's been bringing me. It really brings me a lot of joy, and I truly wish I would have found cross-stitching sooner, like the year before the brain bleed. So the year earlier, from the hematoma, I made a life-altering decision to try to take my own life. And now I'm really grateful that I lived, and it completely changed who I was. Like, I was a totally different person, and not necessarily for the better. I spent months in daily therapy. I thought I was never going to be the same person again. I tried to accept my new normal, my new self. It was so difficult. I wasn't very outgoing anymore. I pushed people away. Even really close family and friends that aren't around anymore. Like, I don't see those family and friends anymore because I pushed them away so much. I was very withdrawn from everything. Like, I didn't do things. Although I was starting to be a little happy and looking forward to things, it was just really hard to be around people unless it was like close family and close friends. Not even, I guess I wouldn't say friends. I meant Kristen. It was just hard. But what I want to say is now, that I've went through all of that, plus last year with the hematoma, and then all of that. I am feeling more like myself than ever before. Like, before I tried to commit, I didn't think I would ever get back to that. I never thought I would get back to a place where I felt even a little bit like myself. And I'm feeling like myself, like a little bit, like more like myself than ever before. I think it has a lot to do with cross stitch. And that might sound ridiculous to some people. I don't think it will sound ridiculous to you. The FlossTube community, the cross stitch community, the quilting, the crochet, crafting, any art community. Don't get me wrong, my husband Julio was probably the most help. Then my therapist, and then my family and friends. But I truly think cross stitch had a huge role to play. Huge role to play in me getting better. I love crafting and art, but with cross stitch, I got to craft every single day. Every single day. And it made me more inspired to do my arts and craft, but really it just made me more happy. I was just inspired all the time. Like, and I want more people to be that happy. I had so many less bad days. I went camping with my family, where the previous year I don't think I went at all. And I love camping. It's one of my favorite things. I went to more family functions. I planned some family functions last year. Yeah. And the previous year I was in a hole. I'm doing so much better. It has just seemed so much better and more like it used to be. I'm still not the person I used to be, and I never will be. But I'm finally okay with that. I'm really finally okay with that. And I'm a good mix of who I used to be and who I am now. And I'm still getting there. I'm still figuring stuff out, and that's okay. And I think if I were to have cross stitch sooner, it would have helped sooner, and I wouldn't have struggled so much. I wouldn't have struggled so much. So if you know someone who's struggling, maybe suggest something that they can do every day. Reading. If it's going to bring them joy. If it's not going to bring them joy, don't suggest it. But cross-stitching, crocheting, knitting, I don't know about quilting, but something that's going to bring them joy every day. I mean, if it's going to push them, don't suggest it, but just love them. And know that, because that is what cross stitch has done for me. Know also that this channel is going to be about cross stitching and maybe a little bit of crafting sprinkled in. And I'd love to show you some of my vintage and thrifted sewing items. It's one of my favorite hobbies. I hope you have a wonderful day and that you find something that brings you joy